At 40, Prince Harry finally speaks. Cameras flash, whispers ripple through the palace halls. Truths long buried about his royal past are revealed, shaking the crown, the family, and the entire world. From the moment he was born, Prince Harry's life was anything but ordinary. Paparazzi lenses snapped relentlessly, headlines scrutinized every move, and the world seemed to demand a perfect prince before he could even walk. Childhood for Harry was a balancing act. School playgrounds and playdates existed alongside royal engagements and formal ceremonies, where every smile, every gesture was observed and judged. He grew up in the shadow of his older brother, William, whose path seemed predestined by tradition and expectation. Their bond was strong, yet layered with unspoken rivalry and comparison, a subtle tension that would linger for years. At home, parental influence was both protective and pressuring. Diana's warmth and openness provided glimpses of normalcy, while Charles's steadfast adherence to duty impressed the weight of legacy. Public appearances were constant, a performance learned almost instinctively. Cameras followed him to birthday parties, school events, and vacations, leaving little space to simply be a child. Beneath the tiaras and ceremonial robes, Harry carried the private burden of expectation, a young life shaped as much by privilege as by isolation. As childhood faded, though, the weight of duty crept in, shaping every decision. Adolescence brought little relief from the ever-watchful eyes of the public. School life was punctuated by flashes of cameras and whispered judgments, forcing Harry to navigate friendship, studies, and adolescence under constant surveillance. Each royal engagement, ceremonial parades, charity events, public appearances was another performance, a reminder that his personal desires were often secondary to expectation. Military service offered a glimpse of independence, a chance to step away from the rigid confines of palace life. Yet even there the spotlight followed him, a prince in uniform, applauded for bravery, yet never truly anonymous. Every decision became a negotiation between who he wanted to be and who the monarchy expected him to be. Behind polished smiles, Harry wrestled with isolation. Surrounded by crowds yet profoundly alone, he learned to compartmentalize emotions, to hide doubt beneath discipline. Privilege brought opportunity, but also a relentless burden. Each day reinforced the invisible chains of duty, shaping a young man whose personal identity was constantly at odds with his royal role, and whose inner life remained largely unseen by the world. Even surrounded by wealth, ceremony, and adoration, Prince Harry faced battles the public could scarcely see. The earthly loss of his mother, Diana, carved an emptiness that no royal privilege could fill. Grief was private yet ever present, threaded through each public smile and obligatory wave. Coping became a careful performance, a tightrope walk between vulnerability and the expectations of royalty. Identity was another struggle. As he navigated adolescence and young adulthood, Harry wrestled with the question of who he was beyond the crown. The weight of tradition pressed against personal expression. The constant gaze of the media left little room for authenticity. Mental health became a silent, ongoing battle. Therapy, confidence, and private reflection were vital, yet often invisible to the outside world. Symbolic moments, a solitary walk through palace corridors, a paused glance at royal gates, illustrated the quiet isolation behind the public persona. Behind every formal engagement and ceremonial smile, Harry's humanity remained intact but guarded, a reminder that even a prince can feel profoundly vulnerable, struggling to reconcile duty with the desire to simply be himself. Amid lingering shadows, a new chapter began, promising love yet testing tradition. Prince Harry's world shifted when Meghan Markle entered his life, bringing warmth, independence, and a new perspective that challenged centuries of royal tradition. Their connection was immediate, yet every step together unfolded under relentless public scrutiny. Headlines dissected their relationship, fans celebrated, critics speculated, and the media frenzy was unrelenting. Their marriage became more than a personal union. It symbolized change, modernity, and the blending of worlds previously kept apart. For Harry, it offered hope, a chance to embrace love while carving a path toward personal happiness. But the royal expectations he had grown up with did not easily bend. Protocol, tradition, and subtle pressures from within the monarchy created friction, forcing the couple to navigate a delicate balance between duty and desire. Public appearances, charity work, and their iconic wedding were milestones of both celebration and tension. Through it all, Harry found moments of joy and grounding, proving that even within centuries-old institutions, love could inspire courage, challenge norms, and illuminate a path toward authenticity, though not without cost or scrutiny. But love alone couldn't shield them. Choices now loomed, demanding courage and consequence. In a decision that shocked the world, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced their step back from senior royal duties. The move, dubbed Megxit, was not made lightly. It carried immense risks, public backlash, criticism from tabloids, and the challenge of redefining roles long dictated by centuries of tradition. For Harry, the choice represented both liberation and fear. Liberation from the constant scrutiny, unyielding expectations, and the confines of protocol. Fear of judgment, familial strain, and uncertainty about a future outside the royal framework. Every announcement, interview, and public statement carried weight, a mixture of personal necessity and symbolic defiance. The emotional toll was profound. Leaving behind the life he had known meant confronting identity, loyalty, and purpose. Visual cues, the palace gates closing behind them, open roads stretching into unknown horizons, symbolized both ending and beginning. Through this upheaval, Harry displayed a quiet courage, the willingness to risk comfort and reputation for authenticity and family well-being. Yet even in liberation, uncertainty lingered, a reminder that breaking tradition comes at a price only few could truly understand. At 40, reflection became unavoidable, and the truths long hidden demanded public acknowledgement. Prince Harry's 40th year marked a turning point, a moment to speak openly about a life lived in the glare of public scrutiny. In interviews and speeches, he shared insights few had glimpsed before: the challenges of growing up royal, the struggles with mental health, and the constant tension between duty and personal fulfillment. He acknowledged regrets, moments when conformity stifled authenticity, when silence compounded pain, and the lessons those experiences had imparted. Harry's candor was striking, a rare window into the private world behind the public persona. Audiences witnessed a man wrestling with accountability, recognizing the impact of choices both personal and familial. Visual storytelling reinforced these revelations. AI-generated reenactments of reflective moments, quotes appearing on screen, and subtle reactions from listeners. The combination conveyed honesty without sensationalism, emphasizing depth over drama. Through these truths, Harry revealed a commitment to self-awareness, growth, and advocacy. He embraced vulnerability not as weakness, but as a path to understanding, inspiring others to confront their own hidden struggles while balancing courage, responsibility, and the pursuit of personal truth. The world listened closely, responses varied, and Harry's story began resonating widely. Prince Harry's revelations reverberated far beyond the palace walls, sparking global conversations about identity, privilege, and responsibility. Fans celebrated his candor, while critics dissected every detail, reflecting the complex relationship between monarchy and modern society. Social media amplified reactions, creating a chorus of support, debate, and reflection across continents. The impact went beyond royal intrigue. Discussions around mental health, grief, and personal authenticity gained momentum, inspired by Harry's openness. His journey highlighted the tension between tradition and personal choice, encouraging others to examine their own lives, expectations, and societal pressures. Archival footage of royal milestones, intercut with fan tributes and media commentary, emphasized the cultural significance of his story, bridging history with contemporary relevance. Ultimately, Harry's path underscored that influence is measured not only in titles or privilege, but in the courage to live authentically. His narrative left lasting questions about the balance between duty and self, power and vulnerability. Through his choices, we witness bravery, reflection, and humanity, reminding us all, at the end of it all, can anyone truly escape the weight of expectation? Let us know your thought in the comments.